Hopefully you are doing well today and you're ready for a great workout. We're going to be doing what we would call a little play on the 100 rep workout, a very, very manageable way to do it. It's called 20 by 5. So we'll get these ladies into the workout and be good to go. Good morning, all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, how are you? Hello and good morning. Hello and good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone who is joining us live.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's get those feet nice and wide. Let's get those arms up over the head. Let's bend at that waist. Take it on down. Right hand to touch the inside of your left leg. So back and hamstrings going. Whoever just sneezed there. Bless you. Whew, loosen that up. Marsha, good morning. Edna, good morning. Jane, good morning. Barbara, good morning. Chris, good morning. Tracy, good morning. Joe, good morning. Shishi, good morning. Getting those cobwebs out here today. Okay, left foot over your right foot, left arm up over your head. We're going to switch every 2 to 3 seconds. Keep switching every 2 to 3 seconds. We'll get into those side obliques. Then we'll get a little deeper. Okay, Shi, thank you. Okay, let's get those arms straight up over the head now. Feet about hip width apart. We'll go even a little deeper in the side bends here. So I'm going to go to the right, keeping my hands close towards my head. And then back up, get a little deeper here. Make sure that when you go to one side that your arms are not dropping down. Good morning, Jess. Good morning, Mary Beth. Good morning, Babette. Okay, let's interlace those fingers out in front of the chest. We'll get into the chest, shoulders, and back next. Push the palms away, drop that head and round your back. And I would say after about 3 seconds here, then come on up and make the switch the opposite here, which is going to open up your chest, shoulders, and back the opposite way. And we'll switch for the next 30 seconds every 3 seconds. Barbara is saying she can't hear me. Can everybody else hear me? My speakers are on. Yeah. Okay. Barbara, can you hear me now? No? Okay. Very good, Babette. Thank you for the feedback. My only suggestion would be, I know it sounds crazy. Turn the volume up, but if that doesn't work, then keep letting me know. Speaker is on. Good to go. Okay, let's get some knee raises going now. We're going to pull up nice and tall. We're going to stand up nice and tall, pulling up those knees one at a time, 3 to 5 seconds. And switching, make sure you're loosening up those feet and ankles. Those sneakers are tied up nice and tight. So in today's workout, we're going to do a play on what we call a 100 rep workout, but this is a more manageable way of going about it instead of doing 100 reps in a row. So we're going to break it on up to do 20 sets of 5 repetitions, and we're going to do supersets with that. So we're going to have one exercise. You focus on 5 reps of it, and then you go right into the second exercise for 5 reps. That's one set. You'd have 20 you need to do in a certain number time frame. So it's a very manageable way to build yourself on up, working in your breaks when you feel it's necessary for you. Okay, let's come up on those toes and rock back on those heels now as we get down to the bottom of those feet, ankles, and calves. Hands are on the hips. So when we start this workout, I'm going to show you an exercise. I'm going to give you some variations for that main exercise. And then I'm going to show you the superset exercise to go along with it. And it's 5 reps at a time. You'll have 10 minutes to try and complete 20 sets. So if you need to keep it up here, then you do that, or you jot it down with something. Very easy, whether you're writing it down or you have a bunch of pennies around, whatever it is that you need. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're going to have Push-up option number 1, which is going to be either kneeling or on the toes. All right. Push-up option number 2, which is going to be plank to bridge. So when we do that, you'll be here, down, and then press, alternating those arms, making sure that you're pressing with the other arm each time. All right. And then, of course, the third option is going to be the full-on burpee. All right. So it's either push-ups on the quads or the toes, plank to bridge for option 2, or full-on burpees for option 3. Okay. So you're going to pick one of those to go to battle with. All right. Now, if you have a limitation that prevents you from doing either one of the push-ups, have a weight in each hand, and we're going to do the standing chest fly exercise instead. All right. So I want you to pick one of those, essentially 3 to do right now for the next 30 seconds to get your body acclimated to it. So we got regular push-ups, plank to bridge, or burpees. Keep your staggered foot, okay, Shishi? Same thing, Marsha. Keep your staggered foot when we're doing that. Tracy, turn the palms to face away from you when you start, and then you come on in, and the hands are facing one another. Yep, that way the elbows stay in line with the shoulders. 15 more seconds on your choice, and this is what you're going to battle with here today. This is what you're going to battle here with today. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, the superset exercise everybody's going to be doing. All right, we're going to be doing reverse flies, feet together, bending at your waist. All right, we're going to need more of a light to moderate size weight on this one as we go out. Elbows can be slightly bent, keeping those eyes forward and back nice and flat. All right, so we're going to be having 10 minutes on the clock. You're keeping track of your sets. 5 reps of either the push-ups, plank to bridge, or burpees, followed right up by 5 reps of your reverse flies. That's 1 set. 10 minutes to try and get through 20 sets. Break when you need to. Cool? When you finish your 20 sets, let me know. If there's enough time to have you do something else, I definitely will have something for you. Okay, 10 minutes on the clock. How many reps are we doing? Just 5 at a time. Just 5 at a time. All right? Very, very manageable. Put your best effort into it. In 3, 2, and 1, you may begin. Just 5 reps at a time. That's all. So if you think about that, and the goal to this workout, obviously, is try and reach 100 repetitions by the 10 minutes is up. But when you only have to do 5 reps at a time, you can do what? You can put more effort into it, knowing that you're going to be switching up. And whether you're doing the push-ups, the burpees, the plank to bridge, or the standing chest fly, you then get it easily complemented with those reverse flies. Reverse fly position, you always want your eyes looking towards the top of that mat. Legs are straight. We're going to get those arms out to the shoulder position and then back down, making sure that you're keeping your back flat and chest down. Shishi, if you can bend at your waist a little bit more, that's going to benefit you. Good job, Chris, on those push-ups, right? Just 5 at a time is all you need to do. 5, then right into the reverse flies. 5, right into the reverse flies. 5, right into the reverse flies. Each exercise, 5 reps. You can always, this is the benefit of this, you can always talk yourself into doing 5 of something, right? Whether it be 5 minutes of something, 5 seconds of something, 5 reps. So this is kind of a head game that you play with that mind. Because if I told you right now, I want you to do 100 reps of that exercise, you'd say, oh my God, that's so daunting. That's so tough. Essentially, that's what you're going to be doing. Just breaking up 5 at a time. Keep those legs as straight as you can, Jess, okay? When you guys are doing your reverse flies, if you can't give me their side view, that's going to help me coach you best. Arms go just to the shoulders when you're doing those reverse flies. So if my arm is directly below my shoulder and it comes out, it's going to come out right in line with that shoulder. We don't want the arm going behind us, okay? We don't want it going out in front of us. Bend at your waist more, Babette. Yep. And when your arms come down, let those hands come together right in front of your shoulders. Yes, there you go. Good, Jess. Mary Beth, let's make sure that our back is not rounded right now. We want to keep it nice and flat. Good, Marcia. Good job, Tracy, keeping those eyes forward. Jane, nice work. Barbara, nice work. Now I'll give you periodic updates on the timer. Is it the end of the world if you don't hit your 100 by the 10 minutes? No, you work to the best of your ability, right? Knowing that you gave your best effort, shouldn't matter whether you hit the 100 rep mark or not. I want you to think, I've got 10 minutes. All I need to do is 5 reps of each exercise. Trying to give my best effort to reach that 20th set. When you combine both exercises, that's 1 set. Good, Barbara. It's a really nice job. Just make sure that chest stays down. Remember, if we're doing our push-ups on the quads, I say quads for a reason. Here's our kneecaps. Here's our quads just above. We want to make sure those legs are behind us enough to be doing those push-ups so that you're not doing kneecap on floor. All right, and this will also open up our midsection more. So here is quadriceps. Here are knees. You can see the difference in the position. I don't want my knees below my hips. Here is on the quadriceps with the push-ups. Notice how my midsection lowers down and I get my stomach engaged, my hips up. And if I was doing it incorrectly like this, it would look just like this. It looks awkward. This is an incorrect push-up. Okay, listen, ladies, you got 6 minutes remaining. That does not mean you need to panic. Keep working on through. Again, when you need a break, then you take it. 5 and 5, 5 and 5. Starts to really add up, doesn't it? Especially those reverse flies. They are a bugger. Tracy, when you bring your elbows in, make sure the elbows are coming towards, keep the hands separated. You want to think about it like a vase, like a flower vase. Keep those eyes forward, Edna. Guys, when we're doing our burpees, make sure our legs are extended all the way. Legs extended all the way. I see a few of you getting tired right now. And when you're jumping or stepping back, you're not leaning forward enough. So correct burpee, you go down, legs extend. You come up, you extend. Not full burpee. I would say this is improper, but when you don't go through a full burpee, it looks like this. Or you push your heels back and you're here. You need to extend. Think about lengthening those legs so you can lengthen the rest of that midsection. Great job, Chris. That looks awesome. You got it, Jess. Every time you complete 5 reps of your 2 supersetted exercises, that's 1 set. Your goal is to try and get to 20 by the end of the 10 minutes. I'm asking you to stick with the exercise that you chose in the beginning. So don't start with burpees and then drop it down to plank to bridge. If you started with burpees, keep it. If you started with plank to bridge, don't drop it down to regular push-ups. However, if you started with push-ups and you want more of a challenge now, bump it up to plank or bridge or burpees. Feel free. You started at plank to bridge and you want more of a challenge, bump it up to burpees. Let's have that focus as opposed to dropping it down. And again, think, why would you drop it down anyways? Just so that you can reach your 20 sets? Are you here just to reach a number, or are you here to give your best effort and gain the most out of it? Hopefully 2 is the latter of your answers. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Good job squatting down to pick up those weights, Jane. Nice job. I'm watching. Eyes up, okay, Edna? Keep those arms nice and straight. Great job keeping that back nice and straight, Marcia. Looking good. Shishi, good job putting those weights down, saving those knees and back. Nice Shakira move there, too. Hips don't lie. Nice job, Joe. Squeeze it in, Trace. Yep. Keep those hands separated. Because when your hands come together, your elbows will flare out. If your elbows come in, your hands should stay separated. And that's the muscle groups we want to hit, those shoulders and back muscles. That's a great job, Babette. You've made that adjustment to keep that back nice and flat. Nice work. So as those upper back muscles and shoulders in the reverse flies get tired, I want you to notice, are you starting to lift your chest as you come up? Because even with the 5 reps, the minimum 5 reps that we're doing, because we're repeating them, Okay, those reps are adding up quick. And these are not huge muscle groups here in the back of the shoulder. So if you're finding your chest to open up like this, it means you need more time to rest, especially if you're going to keep the weight. We want to avoid that because if we come up, we're not hitting those muscle groups to the full range of motion. We want to keep it out. So what I would suggest is slow down your range of motion on that. You have 2 minutes. This is your final time update. Keep those arms straight, Trace. Yep. Keep looking forward. You got it. Little less swing, Jane, on that last one, okay? I don't want you to hyperextend at the shoulder. Bend at your waist a little bit more, Marcia, so your back is flat like a table. Keep your body weight to go into your heels. That's another thing. Those hamstring muscles will get tired from doing those reverse flies. So if we bend at our waist and shift our body weight to our heels like we would on the reverse fly or the bent row or the tricep kickback, you're going to feel the back of the legs kick in to support your back. And you may find those legs to be getting tired or tight. If that is the case and it's preventing you from keeping your back flat, bend your knees a little bit more to support it, because it will certainly play a role. Less swing on the reverse flies, more control. Less swing, more control. You're going to be getting a nice long break in between. I'll be demonstrating the first 3 options in the next round. Again, I'm going to give you option 1, 2, and 3 in terms of challenge. And then I'm going to give us all one supersetted exercise to work off of. Keep those eyes forward, burpees. Keep those eyes forward. Keep that control. Good job, Shishi. Slowing it down. Keep your body weight right to your heels, Chris. Great stretch for that, Marcia. Just make sure that your hand is on your forearm. That's going to hit those same muscle groups that we're working on those reverse flies. 2 and 1. Everybody stop it there. Stop your round. Enjoy the break. 2 minutes on the clock for that as I make my way to the next round. Okay, so we're going to go a little more lower body here. All right. Base is either squats or glute bridge. All right, so you have 2 options for the first one. It's either squats. If you have a limitation that prevents you from doing the basic squat, please do the glute bridge. All right. Option number 2, okay, a little bit more of a challenge, is going to be squat jumps or pistons. Squat jumps or pistons. All right, either one, you pick one of them. And then option number 3, okay, is going to be the piston star jump. The piston star jump. So when we combine the piston star jump, you're going to do 4 pistons followed by 1 star jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the star jump. That's 1 rep. We're shooting for 5 when we do it, okay? So you got squats or glute bridge, all right? You got pistons or squat jumps for option 2. Option 3 is the piston star jump. All right, so you pick which one you want to do. I'm going to have you guys go down and do them right now as a part of your practice to make sure that you got this down. And again, you'll be counting 5 reps at a time. Yeah, that's you guys. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you guys. Now think about what you're choosing, right? Option 1 is either going to be squats or your glute bridge. That's option 1. That's the easiest option. Option 2, of course, would be squat jumps or pistons. And then option 3, for the biggest challenge, is going to be the piston squat jump. So ask yourself why you're making these choices, right? Is your goal to check off a box to say, today I did physical activity? Do you have limitations? Do you want to make best changes to your body? Because then you're going to want to go at least option 2 or option 3. Okay, we're going to superset it up with the mountain climber exercise. Each count on it. So plank position, knees to belly button. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. All right. If you have a limitation that prevents you from doing the mountain climbers on the ground, we're going to do them standing. So We go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. 10 minutes on the clock. 5 reps of one, 5 reps of the other. That's one set. Our goal is to try and reach 20. Yeah, big difference from round one. Big difference. Yes.
So you have to do 5 sets of those star jumps, and that equals, and then 5 mountain climbers, and that's 1.
You got it. Yep.
Okay.
Just like last round. So it's 4 pistons, 1 star jump equals 1. You have to do 5 of them before you move on. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Always 5 reps. Marcia, if you want to substitute for the standing mountain climbers, you can do bicycles on your back because it's an easy transition. So you do your glute bridge at 5, then do 5 bicycles on each leg. Easier transition. That way you can limit the pressure on the knee and the shoulder coming up. Use both hands to tuck that knee in. Each count on those mountain climbers. Just a little reminder on the difference between a total count and an each count. Each count will 99.9% of the time have to deal with 2 sides of the body or 2 directions, right? So if I say do 5 repetitions of mountain climbers on each leg, when I'm finished, I would have completed 5 reps on my right leg and 5 reps on my left leg, hence the each count. If we were going to be doing it as a total count, okay, that means you're doing a total combined amount of 5. When you do those mountain climbers today, though, it's going to be an each. Hands out in front on those squats, right? Yeah. You got it, Shishi. Tracy, good job keeping those fingertips on the ground on those pistons. And just remember, as those legs get tired for the pistons, right, we're sitting right on those heels. Our butt sits down towards the heels, either touches or comes very close to doing so. Keeping those fingertips on the ground, eyes stay forward at all times. Giving a lot of good choices here. I want you to stick with one if it's the most challenging. So if you chose that third option, which is the piston star jump, the goal is to try and stick with that throughout the whole round. Obviously, you can break when you need to. So 4 pistons, 1 star jump equals 1 rep. You got to do that 5 times before you can count it as a set. Nice job, Shishi, keeping those eyes forward on those mountain climbers. Same thing, Joe. Tracy, nice work. Good job on the star jump, Mary Beth. Tough to do those 4 pistons and then power up to get to that star jump, but hey, that's why we're here. We're here for that challenge. Come on, we got it. Make sure when you're doing the star jump, if you're not jumping, that you're getting both feet together. You extend out, arm and leg. Next time you do it, you want to extend that opposite leg out. Babette, great job extending those arms forward, giving you that counterbalance to get that butt back. Time check, 7 minutes exactly. 7 minutes. Good job, Mary Beth. Yep. Way to use your mirror, Mary Beth. Way to use it to see that body weight going to your heels, 90-degree angle there with those legs. That's perfect. Driving those knees high. Driving those knees up high. Make sure when we do the pistons and you attempt to straighten your legs, most of you should know that you're not going to actually lock out those legs all the way and still make contact with your hands on the ground, all right? So don't let that be a deterrent. Don't let that be a discouragement. You got it, Barbara. Yeah, I know. Hands are on those hips. You got this, mama. Yes, you do. Keep driving those knees up. Great job, Jane and Chris, on those standing mountain climbers. Again, when we're doing the standing mountain climber, still the same count. I recommend trying to do opposites, just like you would if you were doing skips, right? Right hand is grabbing for that next rock while the left knee is up, and then switching to the other side, grabbing for that next rock if we were climbing up a mountain. Five minutes remain. Again, the time is there so you know. All right, I'm not telling you to go faster, get sloppier. Keep your pace, rest when needed. Again, we can always talk ourselves into doing something for less and less time, which is why I give you that heads up. The 10-minute round is 10 minutes and you got 5 left. Think about that. You've already done 5. You've already done it once. You can easily do it again. Nice job staying forward, Barbara. Those knees going right to the belly button, looking great. You got it, Shishi. Maximizing our time here, kids. Nice work. Again, everything we do is just 5 reps. Think of how simple that is. Squats are looking good, ladies. You got it, She. Nice job on those mountain climbers, Jane. Same thing, Tracy. Keep it going, Mary Beth. You got this. Get that body weight going to your heels. Come on. Nice work lifting those toes, Marcia, as you put your body weight to your heels. Now, there's many different ways you could do this workout in terms of how you want to go about it. You could always give yourself more time if you wanted to, like 12 minutes or 15 minutes. You could always say, you know, I'm shooting for 100 reps, but if I don't get there, that's fine. You can add something else to it. I was just thinking someone like Babette. Babette's got a great stairwell right next to where she's working. So like every round she completes, she could go up and down the stairs once, you know, for a little extra cardio if you wanted to. Just giving you options, you know, you don't have to do it. Just giving you options. Make sure when you come down the stairs, you don't fall down the stairs, okay? So recovery down the stairs, always best effort up the stairs. And just by adding that in each round, you're gonna notice a little bit of difference in those legs and that heart rate, right? Simple ways to make sure that we're appropriately challenging ourselves. Okay, it's gonna give you your last time update, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Again, I don't tell you to put pressure on you to rush through this. If you hit the 100 reps in the 10 minutes, that's great. If you don't, that is also great. I think it's a time frame that is challenging yet manageable if you're working it. 5 and 5. Don't forget that. Nice job keeping those feet hip width apart there, Chris. You're in full control of those break periods. Keep swinging those arms up, mountain climbers. Come on. When you're doing that standing mountain climber, grab that rock in front of you. So my elbow is going to be bent as I'm doing so. So I get that rhythm going up and down. It's not swinging your arm up. It's grabbing and pulling down. So you're using your lats there and the back of your shoulder. Knee goes up, pumping those arms and legs quick. Whew. There you go, superstar Jane. That was a good one. So good, like feet were on fire when you landed there. 4 pistons, 1 star jump equals 1 rep if you're shooting for 5 of those. Hitting that minute mark, hitting that minute mark. I want you to think about that right now. You know, and everything you do in your life, how quick 60 seconds goes by. So many of you wish you could have minutes extra in a day, and we're talking a 1 minute time frame. Less than that now. Come on, come on. Dig down deep. You got an extended break coming up. Let's put in that effort and let's earn that break here. It's okay to get out of your comfort zone. It's okay to challenge yourself. That's why you're here. That's why you want to make that progress. You cannot expect to do that without getting uncomfortable. Mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, that's how you grow. Can't stay stagnant and expect things to change. Under 20 now. Come on, come on, kick it up, kick it up. For those of you walking away right now, you got 18 seconds. Then you got an extended break. Don't you tell me you can't give 18 seconds. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And stop it. Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Stop it right there. You may rest, and I will be demonstrating the next round for you. Coming up again, I'm going to give you three. I'm going to give you option one, which would be, option one, option two, option three. And then we'll give you the superset exercise with that. Option one will be the plank or upside down plank position, and you're going to actually hold it for 5 seconds at a time. So we're going to go plank position here, either on the toes or on the quads, and most of you should be able to do them on the toes, all right? Or you could do the forearm bridge. It's up to you. Okay, we're going to hold that position for 5 count. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Substitute would be the upside down plank here for 5. All right. Second exercise is going to be from that plank position. As you can see, we're going to go core this round. And we're going to go plank shoulder taps. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. I think you guys get the picture on the counts. All right. All the way to 5. Substitute for that would be the flutter kicks. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. And then, of course, what did I have for that third one again? Oh, yes. Crawlers for the third option. Most challenging option. Sitting on those heels, walking those hands forward to your plank position, hips up, abs tight, walking it back. That's 1. Reverse crunch or knee to elbow tuck is what I should say for that third option. Weights in the hands. Weights in the hands for that third option if you're on your backs. All right. I want you to choose one of those 3 right now. Let's do them. I want you to pick one. What are you going to battle with? What are you going to battle with? Then we got the plank hold, or forearm bridge hold, or upside down plank hold for 5 seconds. The 1,000 count, right? Option 2 would be those plank shoulder taps, 5 each, or the upside down plank flutter kick, 5 reps each. Keep working, ladies. Let's go. And then that option 3 would be your spring crawlers, 5 total reps. Or, of course, the knee to elbow tucks with weights in your hands. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now, you're going to team that up with what we call flutter crunch. So this is your superset for everybody. You'll be on your back. Knees will be bent at 90 degrees. Arms will be by your side. Okay. And we are going to flutter those arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As fast as you can. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then move on. Flutter crunches. 5 arms, same time, as fast as you can. All right. Okay. 10 minutes on the clock. 20 rounds is what we're shooting for. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. You may begin. 5 reps of each. Try and get those elbows and knees to touch, Joe. Yep, there it is. Good. When you extend those arms, when you extend those legs, on the knee to elbow crunch with the weights. Make sure you're not feeling any pressure in your lower back or an arch in your back. If you are, lift those feet a little higher. Make sure those feet and knees are at 90 degrees when you're doing your flutter crunch. Knee to elbow crunch means your knees and elbows will either touch or they come very close to doing so. You want to keep those elbows squeezing in. So as I'm doing that one, I have a weight in each hand. And I'm keeping my elbows close to my body as my knees and elbows touch as I come in, and then I extend. Weights in those hands, palms facing one another. Again, if we feel a lot of pressure in that lower back when we extend the legs, lift the legs up higher, or you may need to drop those weights down a little bit. You want to avoid that. Again, when you're holding the basic plank or forearm bridge or upside down plank, it's a 5-second hold. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5. Complete both that with the flutter crunch. You got yourself one set. Come on, elbows and knees, elbows and knees. Make sure, Mary Beth, when you extend your legs, your arms extend overhead. Palms of the hands or the weights are facing one another. Yeah. Arms extend, legs extend. That's the key. Have a little more grace, Chris, when those feet come down, okay? I know it's challenging, but the last thing you want to do is have those feet slam down and put a lot of pressure on your back. Turn the palms to face one another with those weights. Yeah, elbows to knees, elbows to knees. Some of you are forgetting where your elbows are. So, knee to elbow tucks. My elbows will bend. My knees will come in, and I'll meet them somewhere in the center. And the goal is to get my elbows to touch my knees or my quads. There are many of you who are touching more your weights to your quads. That's not what we're looking for. I want the full range of motion in to crunch up for that upper body. This should be your final position before you extend back out, having a weight in each hand. It really makes a big difference keeping those elbows squeezing in. All right, you go that full range of motion at that point. Nice job, Marcia. Way to keep those feet in line with the knees. Again, when we're doing the flutter crunches, both arms are moving very fast by your side, small movements. So you're basically creating friction and resistance within that midsection by just holding that position. Head up for option 2, head down for option 1 on those. Here you go, Jane. Really squeeze it in. Feel free to hold it there too. All right, there you go, Mary Beth. Your time to shine, Babette. Way to go. Good job, Tracy. Nice job keeping that back flat, stomach's engaged, abs tight. Working our way towards those 20 total sets. Doing great, Jane. You got this. 6 minutes and 20 seconds. That means we almost completed half of the time. Think about that. Already. You were just doing piston star jumps, some of you. And now you don't even have to get up. How nice is that? A lot different in a challenge, though, here. A lot smaller muscle groups, a lot more isolated, which is why you may feel the effect more in the beginning of this one than you did in something like the piston star jump, because those are much bigger muscle groups. They can take a heck of a lot more. You think this is rough. Just you wait till we get to that finisher. Oh my. You're ready. You're ready for that challenge though, that's for sure. Okay, halfway point is here. Good job keeping those feet and knees in alignment. There, Barbara, nice work. Now, if the back starts to get tight at all, don't be surprised. Don't be alarmed. Don't be discouraged. If it's preventing you from doing the exercise correctly, zap it up a little bit with a little bit of a stretch. One of the best lower back stretch and basic lower back stretches that you can do is the twist stretch. Heel on top of the quad, opposite hand grabs that bent leg, and you bring it across your body just like so. Looking over the opposite shoulder, 3 to 5 seconds during the workouts. So you can hold the stretch for no more than that. And you can do it multiple times to loosen it up. I just did it 3 to 5 seconds on each side. I felt a nice release in both. Little pop, pop. Release. Can go a long way. Keep your bottom leg straight, okay, Marcia? Chris, turn the palms to face in the whole time so that even when you extend your arms behind you, okay, the palms of the hands are facing one another. Working your way up to those 20 sets. Okay, time is 3 minutes to go in this round before we get into our final activity of the day, which will be our finisher. Nice job on those shoulder taps, Edna. Again, I'm going to request that if you're doing option 3, to not drop down to 2 or 1. If you're doing option 2, to not drop down to 1. However, if you're doing 1 today or 2 and you're ready for that challenge, bump it up. You got less than 3 minutes to go, so that can be another motivator. Maybe you weren't ready to do the full 10 minutes at a more challenging option, but maybe now you're ready to, or you're willing to do 3 minutes. It's not about ready, it's about willingness, because you can all do certain things. It's about what do you want to do, or what are you willing to do? And that's what it comes down to, kids, your willingness to put it in, put the time in, put the effort in, and that will make the best. If you're not willing to do it, that's cool too. Not everybody's willing to do certain things. You have to pick what's right for you. Keep those arms straight when you extend those legs, okay, guys? Under 2 minutes now. Final time check. Final time check. Yeah, it's a sweaty one, that's for sure, Edna. You're right. That towel coming in handy. Really great job, Trace, keeping that back flat. Finish the 10 sets. I'm sorry, the 20 sets before the 10 minutes is up. Go into some light stretching. We have less than a minute to go, so I'm not going to have you get into anything specific. And ladies, stop there. You have your 2-minute rest period right there. I'd recommend laying it down, full body stretch, knees tucked in, twist stretch, all that good stuff. And as you're resting, I'm going to get you into our final series. Now, our final series is not going to be like what we've done. Okay. It's going to be essentially an every minute on the minute with 2 core exercises. So we're going to kind of superset off of that. So no more 5 reps, superset for 20. We're not going 10 minutes. Okay. This is going to be more of a 3-minute series. You're going to need at least 1 weight. All right. Probably more of that moderate to light size. Okay. And everybody's going to be different in terms of what's best for them. All right. So we're going to start with the weight and we're going to place it right on top of the little footsies like this. Okay. And our goal is to try and balance it in that position. For those of you who can't balance it there, don't use a weight at all. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, very similar to the movement that we made a second ago, is I'm going to extend the leg and extend the arms as I go down. And then I'm going to tuck it in the feet and then tuck again. That's 1. Bring it back up. Notice how high I need to come up to do this, to put the weight right on the ankles, extend the leg, extend the arms, come back up, grab it, and repeat. That would be 2. So we're transferring that weight from the ankles to the hands. Now, again, if you can't get that weight to balance, then guess what? Do it without. So you would pretend to put it there. You're up in that tall, strong position. We extend back all the way. And then we come on up to that starting position here. If you have a limitation that prevents you from going up and down, so that means the head and back are going to be on the ground, arms underneath the back. We lower those legs down and up. I want you to practice one of those 2 right now, please. Lower down and up as 1. That's my 2-minute timer. Let's go practice, practice, practice. Practice, practice, practice. Let's go. You got to come up all the way if you're going to be doing that option number 2, the one I showed first. So that means you're going to go all the way up, almost going to like roll on up, right? So I come here, I roll it on up as I tuck my knees in. See how I'm sitting on my tailbone? All right. And then I extend back and lay it back down. You're shooting for 6 of those. 6 of those. All right. At least for the first round. 6 of those. Then we're going to turn it on over for our dolphin exercise. Elbows in front of those shoulders. We're going to pike that butt up, keeping those legs straight. And then we're lowering back down to your forearm bridge position. Pike it up and then lower down. And we're shooting for 6 of those as well. If you have a limitation that prevents you from doing the dolphins, you're going to be on your back. Legs straight, you're going to be called V-ups. Same movement, just from a different plane. 1, 2, and so on and so forth. So 6 of one, 6 of the other, rests for the remaining minute. When I say start, you repeat. All right. If after the first minute, you don't have about 10 to 15 seconds to rest in between the rounds, then it's probably time to drop down to 4 reps of each. All right. I want you to have a good 10 to 15 seconds to rest before the next minute starts. Here we go, ladies. Ready position, 6 reps of each. Once you finish 6 reps of each, guess what? You get to rest. 3, 2, and 1. First minute starts now. Now, again, when you're doing your leg lowers, you're doing that as that option. You need to make sure that when you lower the legs down, you're not arching your back. So if you're finding an arch in the back, don't go down as far. Everybody's different in terms of how far they'll be able to go. Minimum rest period is 10 to 15 seconds. That's what we're trying to get in between the rounds. Grab that weight, extend it overhead, bring it back. That's 1. Grab that weight, extend it overhead, bring it back. That's 2. Make sure you're coming up and down, Marcia, in between. That way you can count your reps. So you go up, pike your butt.
Hey, Ryan, I can't hear you anymore.
My speaker got shut off. There we go.
Thanks.
Yep. So it happens when you demonstrate sometimes. It pushes the buttons. So we'll start it over for those of you who did not hear me. Pretty much all of you. Here we go. Starting the next round. As I mentioned, if you did not get through the 6 reps before the minute stopped, then drop it down to 4. Here we go. We're starting in 3, 2, and 1. Go. We want to try and get anywhere between roughly 10 and 20 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds of rest in between. If you can complete 6 and 6 and get a good 10 to 15 to 20 seconds of rest, then you're in that sweet spot. That's where you want to be. If it's more than 20 seconds, chances are you can bump it up by 2. That weight transfer is going to take a little time. That's a tough one. Tough one to balance. Once you finish one, go into the next. 20 seconds remain. So many of you should be finishing up those reps pretty soon for the next round to start. 14 seconds remain. If you are not resting now, you need to drop your reps down for the next round. We have 7 seconds before we start that next round. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next round starts. Go. If you had no time to rest, drop the reps down. You want a little recharge of those batteries. We got 2 rounds to go, including this one. Keeping those feet and knees squeezing together. I cannot tell you how important that is for supporting your midsection, okay? We don't want to rely just on our stomach, our hip flexors, or our back taking over. So if we're squeezing the feet and knees together, the glutes are working, the hamstrings are working, the quads are working, the outer hips, the inner quads are working. All those muscles need to work in conjunction with one another. 20 seconds remain in the minute. So if you're not winding down on one of your last few reps, then you need to drop the reps down for the final round coming up. You should all be resting right now if you're hitting that appropriate number. If you're not, drop it down. 7 seconds to the last round starts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's so amazing how fast a minute goes by. Here we go. Make it count. A tough combo. Keep those feet and knees squeezing, Chris. When you lower down, don't let those legs just go. Try and get right up on those heels, Tracy, when you come up. Ready? Heels in the ground. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Don't rock the boat, baby. Woo! You got it, Joe. Guys, we got about 30 seconds to go. And in this one, you don't have to worry about the other minute. So if you feel like you need a little bit more time or tempo to slow it down, by all means, make it count. When you finish your last rep, please go into that twist stretch that we talked about earlier. I highly recommend it. Finishing up with a lot of core here today. Three, 2, and 1. We're stopping it there. Great work today, kids. Lay it down on those backs. Let's go into that one leg twist stretch. We're going right heel on top of the left leg, grabbing the right leg with the left hand and drawing that right knee towards the ground as you look over your right shoulder. So we stretch out our hips, our glutes, our lower back, our mid back, upper back. If your chest and shoulders are tight, you're going to feel the stretch there too. So this is a benefit for a lot of big muscle groups here that we're working. Thought you guys did fantastic. What a way to start your Saturday. Okay, let's make the switch over to the other side. Again, that twist stretch, the bottom leg is straight. Many of you are doing the glute and hip stretch where your bottom leg is bent, which is fine if you want to work the glutes and hips. Okay, but if we're going to do the twist stretch, that means the heel is on top of the quad. All right, not the ankle. Maybe if you're doing the ankle on top of the quad, that's going to stretch out the glute and hip. You need it? That's cool. What we're working on is the heel. on top of that quad and drawing it down. So the bottom leg needs to be straight. If you have yet to post your plan for your workout sessions next week in the coaching group, please make sure you do. If you're not in the coaching group because you're not on Facebook, then respond to my email that I send out every Thursday about your weekly check-in. Let us know what days you're planning to attend. The more you put it out there, the more likely you're going to follow through. 3, 2, and 1. I want you to have nothing but an amazing Saturday. You certainly deserve it. Thank you so much for joining me here today. And I'll see you next week. Peace out, guys.
Thank you, Ryan.
Great job in week 1, everyone.